G'day meditators. In many of our 5-minute guided meditations, you'll have noticed I've used the words noting and labeling a lot. Noting practices use a particular approach when it comes to concentration. If you've had some previous experience of meditation, perhaps you may have done something like breath practice, where you've focused on something like where the breath is coming into the body. So maybe you're really focused on the tip of the nostrils here and the sensation of the air moving across that area. And you're holding your attention there in a sustained way for a long period. That's an example of sustained concentration, which is one way to increase that skill, the skill of concentration. But it's not the only way. So noting practices allow us to focus on an experience for a short period of time. Then we let it go. So we have a little burst of concentration for a few seconds, we let it go, and we focus on another experience for a few seconds, we let it go, etc., 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 etc. And we are building a whole chain of these momentary concentration experiences and practicing that skill. But it's a different approach. It's not sustained, it's momentary, kind of creating this chain. The wonderful advantage of noting practices and using momentary concentration is that we can choose multiple things to focus on within the focus range for a practice. So instead of just holding our attention on one thing, like the tip of the nose with breathing, we can choose to include within our focus range experiences like what we see, what we hear, and what we feel, all within the same practice. We're allowing our attention to freely float. When it's drawn to one experience, we give it the appropriate label, we focus intently on it for a few seconds, we let it go, we notice the next experience that's within our focus range, and then we note and label that. So it means that we are opening up practice to be able to include many different experiences at once, but we're still training the skill of concentration, one of the 3 attentional skills of mindfulness.